Time to talk Kershaw again here in the Nutnfancy project. What a great booth review we had with Jen and company. SHOT Show 2011. I'll annotate the vid there. Good times. They are set to have a huge year for 2011 with so many great blade designs. I am more than happy to promote several of them here in TMP. My favorite ones are going to get airtime. Here comes another one. This one's a slam dunk for my best folding knives under $40. This one's the rake. Maybe talk about that one later. Best knives under $40 playlist. I'm always excited when I can add a knife to it for money-strapped knife addicts around the world. Welcome to my review of the Scamp by Kershaw. Dudes, the model 2710 is a $20 knife. Try to remind yourself of that fact as I go down the talking points. $20 knife. Yes, it's overseas produced. Let's please dispense with the politics on that, okay? Not interested in hearing it. I understand if you have issues, respect it, but there's probably other places that's better suited for. Sport the new blue background for the reviewing table here in TMP. I'm very excited about the Scamp. Not just because it's a $20 knife, because there's a lot of crappy knives out there for $20, right? This is a $20 knife that performs more like a $60 knife. Seriously, philosophy of use, jumping right into it. I would say primarily an everyday carry blade. I would not say it's a tactical folder, really. Just because it lacks some traction stuff. You know, I've said that a billion times. Everyday carry knife, maybe a hard use everyday carry knife because it is a frame lock folder. For guys who don't, for whatever reason, like the liner lock, you might consider this one. Everyday carry knife, utility knife. Maybe a little bit on the large size, I know. I say that repeatedly, but every video kind of has to stand on its own. Guys may be finding the Nutnfancy project for the first time with this review. Fondling blade. Yeah. Very much so a fondling blade. One you can put in your inventory, carry around, just play with. Just a great knife. Collectible? Probably not. Not special enough. You know, if it gets discontinued. And by the way, when I say collectible, I'm not necessarily meaning a knife that gains in collector value. I think first and foremost, is it collectible to you? Does it give you enjoyment? You know, whether it gains in value, I think there's probably a lot of other things that might be a better investment than knives. Okay, that's just me. There you go, that's about it. I would say primarily a large size everyday carry knife. The steel is our old friend that we see in so many knives, and we've come to love and accept 8CR13 MOV. High value overseas produced steel, analogous to OS 8. Medium rust resistance, can take a scary edge. And speaking of scary edge, this sucker, the Scamp out of box, wow. Here we go. I just have some spare rope, nothing special lying around. Let's check this out. Cake. Do you need the serrated model? By the way, the Scamp is offered in a partially serrated model. I would say, actually, like I've said in other reviews, I love the Kershaw serrations. I could be happy with either one. I don't have a picture of it, but the partially serrated one's right about here, and they have those nice scallop serrations. They're not overly deep. They do their serrations so outstandingly at Kershaw. I got their catalog here. Maybe I flip and show it to you. Great job, though. Plain edge is probably my preference overall. Wouldn't you know it, my luck, I can't find one. By the way, this is similar to the Salvo, previously named the Barrage. Did a review on that. Just look it up in the tagline. Nutnfancy, Kershaw Salvo, you'll see my review. That's a great knife. This reminds me a lot of it. At a much lower price point, by the way. But it is a stainless steel frame lock just like it. So I don't have any problems with the steel at all at the price point. None whatsoever. Kind of a spear point blade, kind of a drop point spear point combination. Love the blade style. It is hollow ground. Again, we can always detect that by doing that right there. That means it's going to be somewhat lighter. Again, it's razor sharp. It'll hold a decent edge, and more importantly, it's easy to resharpen. There is something missing on the top spine. Huh. I'm not even going to say it in this review. You guys already know. I'm going to slap some skateboard tape up there on my version, though, because I don't like having nothing up there. There's no thumb ramp and none of that other stuff up there either. The blade shape is good. Look at the, I gotta focus on something. Do it here. The tip, I've been showing that lately. It's a delicate tip, good for detail work. Don't mind it. And that's titanium carbon nitride coating on that blade. It's dark gray, and I think it's handsome. Excellent. And actually for 8CR13 MOV, it serves a purpose because that is not the most rust-resistant steel, like I mentioned. Maybe a coating is in order. Okay, great blade shape. Speed, outstanding. Remember I said fondling knife? That's why. It's fun to play with. Fun to play with. Phosphor bronze bushing on one side, and then it has, I think, a phosphor bronze bushing and a urethane bushing on the other side. Very well balanced, ultra fast. The Scamp comes out. I mean, it's as fast as any other Kershaw unassisted knife I've seen out there. I think you'll be very happy with the balance. No side-to-side play. Lockup is very solid. There's your frame lock. You can see the locking engagement on the back of the spine of the knife. About halfway, some more room for wear. There is not an over-travel mechanism for the locking bar, nor would I expect it at this price point. I think eventually in future versions you will see that. I reviewed the Combative Edge M1. Where did it go? It had it over right here. This is in that awesome N690 steel. That's its, some would probably consider inelegant approach to that, so you don't over tweak your locking bar. You're not going to find that in the Scamp. I don't see a problem with it. Because it's a frame lock, again, guys might consider it a heavy duty one. I have talked about that in other reviews, that perhaps a little bit overrated, because on some, frame lock folders where I, gave them some whack tests, they loosened on me. We're able to tighten up again, but I'm just telling you the way it is. Maybe a little bit overplayed for the lockup and strength. That being said, I like it. By the way, I like the handle. Two-tone, just like the Kershaw Salvo. Stainless steel, I would suspect probably 420 series something, not positive on that. G10, medium traction, milled for aesthetics on the other side. Good looking, just like I said for the Salvo. Mostly a flow-through design. We have a Zytel spacer in the back there. Okay, I love the handle. How ergonomic is it? Well, for the roll of EDC blade, I think it's outstanding. Okay, kind of squared shoulders on that, nothing bad. If you, for whatever reason, wanted to put this in a tactical POU, I wouldn't recommend it, but you do have a very impressive non-lethal / lethal impact device right there with the blade closed. It's nasty. There's your lanyard hole if you want it. Slab, at least on that side, comes off if you need to service it. That takes us to the thumb stud. Ambi thumb stud, no issues whatsoever. No volcano issues, easily accessed. No occlusions by the handle. That makes that speed possible. You can tweak that pivot point if you need to. You shouldn't have to, though. Works out pretty good. Love the lockup and straight. Solid A all the way around. Handle materials, we're talking about that now. It's not going to be like super high traction on the stainless side, but I'll tell you one thing it does is it slides in and out of your pocket easily, and it doesn't abrade your pocket. That's kind of a welcome thing, right? Ergonomics, I talked about the thumb stud. The overall knife, I think, is comfortable. In the roll, clip design. I went to their catalog. They have like a whole showing of their clips. Best thing I can ascertain is this is their Type M clip. Not blackened. This one right here. They have like letters assigned. Don't worry about that. I thought it's kind of funny. I think that's just so you can identify it in their catalog. The clip is kind of big. It carries nicely, and you might notice, TMP fans, that I have this oriented tip down. What the heck, Nutnfancy? Why would you carry that knife tip down? Don't you like tip up? I absolutely do like tip up. Prefer it in most knives. However, with the design and placement of the clip on the 2710 Scamp, it carries deeper this way. And therefore, that's where I'm going to keep it. If you position it for tip up carry, you're going to have more sticking out of your pocket right here, which I do not personally like. You might. I like it tip down with this knife. Kind of crazy, huh? Clip is okay. No Wizard of Oz issues really. It's just kind of deep. I didn't find in carrying it that it grabbed on things. And look at how slim the knife is overall. Slim, baby. One thing I forgot, and I'm so glad I remembered, is the weight. 4.4 ounces, I think. The weight on the Scamp. Not super light. Most guys won't care. Yep, and carrying it, it's not bad. I've been carrying around a rake all day today, so it's not bad either. No, where is it? Ah, it's right here. And it's definitely more chunky than this knife. Look at the thickness differences. Big time. That thinness quality is so important for an EDC knife. Durability. Let's talk about the steel. 8CR13 MOV. If you neglect it, it's going to rust on you. Will it rust out on you? Probably won't rust out on you, but it can have issues. Spots and stuff. Again, we have that coating on this one, though. Big plus. I think the frame lock, if you don't abuse it, will be excellent. Overall, I would rank the durability on the 2710 Scamp by Kershaw as outstanding. Oh, and it's so exciting. The value, $20? You should buy 2 of these tonight. There's my recommended vendors in the upper right. I'm kidding, buy 1, but $20? What a great gift item. Hey wives, if you're listening to me right now, you should buy your husband one of these. Actually, go buy yourself one of these. $20, it's like a no-brainer. That makes it cool. The knife is ultra fast, locks up ultra tight, good steel. Okay, I gotta say it. It's got no jimping. Adequate. I didn't really talk about that, but the choil right there, you know, ergonomic. It is a handsome blade. The coating, I think the Scamp is another home run by Kershaw, and they have a lot of them. Hope I don't get old praising Kershaw for what they've done, but here you go, Jen. Another great knife, the Scamp 2710. It is highly recommended in the Nutnfancy project. 10 out of 10, price considered. See ya.